Let's move over for a second. Let's talk about MS-13 leader that was nabbed in Virginia, walking around amongst the people and making sure that he had the opportunity to achieve the American dream without any repercussions. And the FBI and ICE is now celebrating the fact that they've nabbed this guy. Check it out.
And buckle up, a Fox News alert. President Trump praising his team after the arrest of a top leader of MS-13.
All right, yeah, look at this. Man, is this live?
It was yesterday.
Oh, okay. We have exclusive coverage of the operation. Our cameras were rolling as AG Pam Bondi and FBI Director Kash Patel joined agents in the early morning takedown.
And David Spunt is live in Virginia, Manassas, Virginia, with all the details. Hi, David.
You were there.
Good morning to you. I was very early morning. This happened around 6 o'clock in the morning in Woodbridge, Virginia. A 24-year-old top MS-13 leader, actually the top leader on the East Coast, was taken down into custody by the FBI. This was a DOJ FBI operation together along with Virginia State Police, ICE, and other different agencies. We have some video of this operation going down. The FBI director and attorney general watched this on a monitor from off-site, but they were watching in real time in cameras that were planted in the area to see this person get taken down. As far as the name is concerned, we're not able to release the name right now until this person has their first appearance, but we're told this person is a 24-year-old male from El Salvador living here in a residential apartment complex in Woodbridge, Virginia. Got a knock on the door from SWAT teams early this morning, a little bit before 6 o'clock in the morning. He is now in custody. Here's some sound from our exclusive interview with the FBI director and attorney general.
First reaction is all of our law enforcement officers are safe. That was the number one thing. They're safe. They executed a clean, safe operation, and the bad guys in custody. And thanks to the FBI, we got one of the worst of MS-13 off the streets this morning.
We were able to be out here in force to show the American people, to be here in person, that this means a lot to her and the mission. Safety is our primary concern of these communities, and we effectuated that today.
We didn't see any of Biden's administration or people that was on the streets that was actually working with or leading these investigations or even arresting anybody that was a part of these communities in the first place. All right, before we get to that, here's my question. Why are officials, why are mayors, why are police chiefs and captains, why are the people okay with these monsters walking around inside of their communities? Why are they okay with these monsters walking around inside of these communities? What do they get out of protecting the most vile people that's a part of the community? I thought that agencies across the United States of America were supposed to work together to remove the people that's not supposed to be here, to arrest the criminals that's not supposed to be here. We used to have what we called fugitive task force. We used to have fugitive task force. Why is this guy just walking around inside of a neighborhood in Virginia? I can't jaywalk. If I walk across the street, I can get away with a little bit more now. I can get away with a little bit more now. That police officer that pulled me over the other day, what was that, 3 weeks ago now? Found out he never even put it in the system for whatever reason. He's supposed to give me a ticket, never even put it in the system. I said, okay, all right, I like that. I like that. I like that. I didn't even have to do none of that stupid junk where they be doing, hey, do you know who I am? You know who you talking to? We ain't doing none of that. We just gonna take her. Hey, man, can I get my ticket real quick? Keep it moving. Keep it moving. I heard he looked me up to see for who I was. Because I didn't just take it. I also requested, I told my lawyer to request the body cam footage and the dash cam footage because I wanted to make sure that we was all on the same page.
Separately, he's one of the top 3 leaders in the country. Again, remarkable as he's just 24 years old. There's a press conference that begins with the FBI Director Kash Patel, Attorney General Pam Bondi, and Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin coming up in just a few moments. We're told there's a heavy coordination between Virginia and the FBI and Department of Justice on this. Guys, back to you.
So, Dave, real quick, David. So typically when they do those raids, they have the principal target, and then there's other people that are along with the person. Was he the only person arrested, or were there other co-conspirators there at the time that they grabbed up as well?
Well, this was a residential neighborhood, Lawrence, and we're told there were other people in the house. We're told that there were children. There were other people in the house. They were just detained periodically for the time temporarily. He was the only target they were going after, and they have him in custody now.
David, how unique is it for the DOJ and the FBI director to be on location for something like this?
It is unique. It's something we haven't seen often. Typically, these go down all the time. People in uniform do these every single day. The FBI director and attorney general said they wanted to get out there, be out there in person to see this and make sure they can thank these people in person and see what these operations are like in person. Guys.
That does great. That does great for morale.
David, what do we know about him? Leader, 24 years old, MS-13. Is there anything else you could tell us?
Well, right now, we just know that he's the top leader on the East Coast of the United States. We know that he was not so much of a person that was dealing drugs or those kinds of things himself. We know more that he was kind of a ringleader, an operations leader, someone that was recruited by MS-13 several years ago. We're waiting for the actual criminal complaint. Hopefully going to find out some of those details here. But even some of the agents that were on the scene were remarking just his age, the fact that he is 24 years old and he's considered the top MS-13 person on the entire East Coast of the United States. Which is
Unbelievable. And David, so you were there at like a staging area, a safe distance away from the apartment complex where this guy was, because apparently, it wasn't a bunch of guys in windbreakers going in. Everybody was armored up. They came in armored vehicles. There were SWAT teams. It's because they were expecting there could be trouble, right?
Oh, absolutely. They expected a fight. There were weapons in the house, we were told. We saw multiple different SWAT vehicles.
That's why they hit him at 6 in the morning.
You would see at an Army base. I mean, there was a heavy presence for this. And the FBI director, attorney general, myself, and others, really other top DOJ leadership, the deputy attorney general, Todd Blanche, and Emil Bove, the principal associate deputy attorney general, also on scene watching from a distance, but they could watch it live on monitors and see. And the technology, we weren't allowed to show it on camera because of the nature of law enforcement, but it was incredible to see. I mean, very, very clear pictures and high-tech stuff. And they've been.
You know what I would like to see personally? Because I know that they're going to do their job when it comes to illegal migrants and stuff like that. I would like to see these type of sweeps in our own personal neighborhoods from regular gang members. While the community is so focused on, what we would complain about? Over policing. I heard that 1 in 4, don't get mad at me. Don't get mad at me. Somebody substantiate whether this is true or not. Because I was looking at a video where somebody was saying that they looked it up and it's actually true and they were surprised about it. I heard that there's 1 in 4 black men. Every 25% of us actually have a felony on our record. I would like to advocate for them to do this inside of our communities and make sure that they're doing sweeps of anybody that is identified as or participating in gang activity. It's because we over-police. It's because we over-policed. So wait a minute. They made you could do the crime that you got caught for, and it's because you're getting caught for the crime, not because you actually participated in the activity. I heard 1 out of every 4, and I could be wrong, that's why I'm asking, has a felony on their record. Is that true? I would like to see every gang that's in our community be taken down. 1 out of 5. You said what? 1 out of 5, Wesley Turner? Travis Allen, see, I knew we was going to find the Dusty. Travis Allen says, what does that mean? All felonies ain't the same. What does that mean, man? All felonies ain't created equal. It's not like sinning in the Bible. All felonies ain't the same, man. What you mean? What does that mean? What you mean all felonies ain't the same? What? All felonies ain't the same. Can y'all go out the country if y'all have a felony? Can y'all go out the country if y'all have a felony? Travis, you all right over there, bro? Don't crash out over the fact that you got a felony, man. All felonies ain't created equal. What? What do you mean all felonies ain't created equal? A felony is a felony, big dog. A felony is a felony. Y'all said right, is good felonies and bad felonies. I would like to actually see there be more of a sweep inside of these neighborhoods so that our children would be able to walk to school safely and we ain't got to worry about it. Can you get a passport if you got a felony? Yes, you can leave the USA if you have a felony. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Can't travel to Canada with drug or violent crimes. Tanaya Davis says, not everyone who has a felony is a bad person today. Some have learned from their mistakes. That's irrelevant from what we're talking about. Completely irrelevant. Has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. I'm asking a question, is that true? Because it tells a story of how trash the culture is. Nobody said you should be condemned for life. Nobody said you can't come back from it. Nobody said that should be held over your head for the rest of the life. Why y'all always getting offended? Why do y'all always assume that because somebody asks a question or we're trying to understand exactly what the culture is and why we getting felonies in the first place, y'all always trying to make me think that or trying to convince me that I should look at something a certain way. Let me ask you a question, Tanaya. Let me ask you a question. And this is just a question because I want to know. I know we pick and choose about when to apply it and when not to apply it. Let me ask you a question. If somebody used to be a pedophile, but they on a sex offenders list, and you can find out where they are inside of your neighborhood or where they're supposed to be, and they seem like a good person and they've done their time in society, would you let them walk your kid to school? I'm just asking. Would you let them walk your kid to school? It don't matter that they still a bad person. All right, let me ask you another question. If somebody got caught stealing out of your purse, oh, that's different, right? If somebody got caught stealing out of your purse and then they got convicted for grand larceny and theft, and they did their time and they different now and they a different person, would you leave your purse out around them? That's all I'm saying. Joseph Rentro says you too high on your throne, my boy. Can't never be too high on your throne because we don't come down from that. The only time that you come down from your throne is to step on people. You can't humble me, dog. You can't humble me. The only person that can, listen, shout out to all of my feeble humans out here that think that I'm supposed to care anything about your feelings or how you feel, or I'm supposed to make myself. You know what rich people got a bad habit of doing? And let's be clear, I am rich. I'm rich. Do you know what rich people got a bad habit of doing? Of trying to make themselves more human-like. We all different. We different. We a different breed. I am different from you. For everybody that continues to think that I'm going to humble myself to make you feel better about your dusty ass situation, you know I'm not going to do it. Don't even keep saying it. Don't leave a comment for me. You ain't got to do all of that. You can miss me with the God humbles people and karma all the way. No, it don't. It don't. I'm going to be rich forever. Forever, ever, forever, ever. I'm going to be rich forever. And there's nothing you can do about it. Listen, you can complain, you can protest, you can get mad, you can hit a dislike for the algorithm. You can do whatever you want to do. But I am not ever going to humble myself for you at all. At all. I'm going to donate to my community. I'm going to tithe to the streets. I'm going to make sure that people are taken care of. I'm going to get hotel rooms for people that are down on their luck, but I'm never going to be humble for you. I'm the type of person to hear you complain about that and then pull up next to you on the passenger side to make sure that your girls see me, so that when y'all take off and y'all got them exhaust fumes inside of your car and you got to go and sleep under the viaduct for the night to make sure that your car is warm, and when you got to go up to the gas station and you getting $1 worth of gas and it seemed like the pump just started immediately and you're like, man, did I even get any gas because I didn't see it turn? And it say $1, but you didn't see the needle move on your car. I'm the type of person to ask you, hey, man, you need me to, y'all having trouble? I'm the type of person to stop and say, hey, you good? Yeah, man, can I get a ride? Nah, but it's a bus that's coming down the street. I can get you a bus schedule. Ah! Somebody said, hold on, the same Dusty says, see, Anton wasn't always like, oh, no, Stepdaddy Johnson. Stepdaddy Johnson. See, Anton wasn't always like this. Money corrupts. Do you know me in real life? When have you met me? You was raised with me. You know how I was in real life? You a step crash dummy, dog. You taking care of another. Listen, I'm going to move on with the show, but I just want to say, you taking care of another man's child that's not yours. And they still never going to respect you. Yo, listen, bro. Yo, people, yo, girl, she tricked you. I'm the last thing that you need to worry about, big dog. I'm the last thing that you need to worry about. You got tricked into being a step crash dummy. Do you know how dumb you have to be to do that? Do you know how many steps it takes to walk down the aisle and say, I do, and then look over and see her little dusty kid sitting in the background with his suit on and he the flower girl? Do you know how dumb you got to be to marry a girl that has her son as the flower girl? He was sitting there throwing flowers out, him downstairs. He's sitting out there throwing flowers out as y'all walking down the aisle. You know how dumb you got to be to get with a woman that has her child and her 17-year-old son is walking her down the aisle to give him over to you, and then he's still sleeping in the basement. You know how stupid you are. Your name is Stepdaddy, dog. You got bigger problems than to worry about whether or not I've been like this my whole life. Bruh, if I was you, her son is the flower girl. Her son is the flower girl in a minute. 10 years, he's going to be taking him to the prom in his purple dress. Ah! on, man. Why y'all asking what happened to me? ECM? I didn't do nothing. I'm just responding to my co-host for the day. I'm just responding to the people. If they don't want this, then leave me alone and let me finish the rest of my show. That's all I want to do. I'm trying to get over to Tulsi Gabbard and see what happened during their Senate hearings. And they keep talking about whether or not I've been like this my whole life. They ain't never met me before. They don't know me. You don't know me, because if you knew me, you would know that I've been like this way back in high school. I was the same as I was yesterday as I am today. I'm just like the Lord. The same as I was yesterday is the same as I am today. And I'm going to die pissing on your grave. When they bury me, I'm going to open up my ass for 1 second. I'm going to lean over, and then I'm going to make sure that I piss on your grave that's sitting right next to me, and then I'm going to turn back over and die. And then I'm going to be talking to Jesus like, hey, Peter, remember him? Nah, we can't let him in because he was talking junk. Remember on the Millionaire Morning Show on the 27th of March, 2025? Man, this little step crash dummy, dog. Yeah, Peter. Send him to hell. Right downstairs. Anyways, make sure you hit a like for the algorithm, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications.